Hi everyone, welcome to this 30-day program to change, grow and transform. Now, I was meant to be following on from day 25, which was on the 25th of this month. And what I found is it's quite interesting, and I thought I would change the format of today to cover the last few days for a variety of reasons. So, day 25 is about empowering daily habits with an affirmation of I create positive habits that support my growth and well-being. But I also felt that I needed to revisit really because I'd had a busy week myself. As I said in previous videos, I've started to introduce, I'm swimming a couple of times a week more now and doing some weights alongside the yoga, as well as building up these separate YouTube pages. And so I felt very tired from maybe Sunday, and I still have a few things I need to do. So sometimes what we need to do is be able to decide what is the most important thing we need to do on those days when our energy is lower. So going back to day 21, which is aligning with my purpose, change, grow, and transform is always possible because we can take these daily steps, just as I continue to practice yoga, do mindfulness, and read up on things that are important to me as part of my own program. Is we also need to live with that intention to align those actions with your purpose. But sometimes it's also about being able to read into the intuition and have some time out. And so today, I've decided to create a day which honors embracing self-care. So the affirmation for this is I honor my mind, body, and soul with the care that they deserve. So if you've ever explored energy practices, or the idea of mapping out when your energy is high and when it's low and what affects the cycles of your own energy, it can be really interesting to see how there are some days in the week where you may not feel like you're functioning at the same rate, and other days where you feel like you can get a lot done. And it varies for everyone because there's so many different components combined in affecting that. But astrologically, along with what they're saying at the moment, is a lot of people are finding it quite important to spend a lot more time in the hermit mode, spending time at home, decluttering, clearing out things, and getting a lot more rest. So I decided to pull forward one of the days to recognize and to affirm my own purpose and what is authentically right for me as a practitioner, as well as doing these YouTube videos to help everybody else, is no one's free of needing to have that time out and embracing that self-care. So the oracle card that goes with this is the Empress. As I've said on previous videos, I'm using the Light Seer deck. It's a beautiful set of cards. And so the Empress symbolizes nurturing, abundance, and self-love. And it invites you to prioritize your well-being, embrace self-compassion, and cultivate an environment that supports your growth and balance. And I was really considering today, I wanted to go swimming, but I had to tune into my body and say, what is it that I really need today? Because I've got some work on as well. Okay, so the work gets prioritized, making sure that I've got the basic things in so I don't have to go out and expand any unnecessary energy. So then my body can get the right amount of rest because it's been a busy 10 days that I had previous. So it's about cultivating that environment that supports your growth and balance. And self-care isn't selfish, it's essential to living that balanced and fulfilling life. I know that when I allow myself to go into flow and don't resist it and don't put too many things in place that I might struggle to do, when I support that, it means that the recovery process can be much quicker. Just as if you're feeling a bit depressed and out of sorts, is sometimes you have to give yourself some space, watch some movies, have some time out, and even call up a friend, but not do anything that's overtaxing. That means within a day, 3 days, or a week even, you can bounce back. So the Empress reminds us to nurture ourselves just as we would nurture others. And I'll share with you some of the practical self-care tips for your mind, body, and soul, and some small rituals that can be meaningful in those actions that are quite easy to implement. So one of the most simple ones is I use the aromatherapy salt baths because I find that just helps your body detox. It gets rid of, can get rid of sort of negative energy. So you've absorbed a lot of stuff from other people. And it's nice to have a soak. You can also imagine that when you're in the shower, that you've got a stream of water that's clearing your energy field. You can imagine that the water is a different colour, and as it goes through your body and on top of your body, that it's clearing out all the cells and any debris that you no longer need to keep hold of. And you can also sort of clear out the rooms, fold things up, put them in cupboards, and then get rid of some things in some bags ready for the charity shops or to give to family and friends. So there are small things that you can do that just support you on that. You can also start with some really nice herbal tea this morning because I'm trying to not. I like doing fasting during the week. So I had some peppermint tea, which is really good for settling the digestion. Of course, I'm not a practitioner. I haven't got a master's in nutrition, but these are the things that I find work for me. And then you can do some journaling right on the laptop or in your book, do some drawing, practice deep breathing. And it's nice to get yourself set up for the day that even if you're working and you're working from home, you can take it at an easier pace. And if you do feel you've got some energy, you can go for a short walk or go to a coffee shop. But I find that going to places where there's a lot of people when I've got days where I feel like I've got a lot less energy is probably not a good idea. And that can exacerbate the remaining bits of energy that you feel like you've got left. So, as a journal prompt, what does self-care look like to you at this phase of your life? When was the last time that you truly nurtured yourself and how did that feel? And what are the 3 self-care activities that you can commit to this week? So like I said, if you start tracking your energy levels and you see that maybe you're more vibrant in the morning, less energy in the afternoon, and more energy in the evening, then sometimes you can shuffle your work around other priorities that you've got to do related to when you're feeling more switched on and inspired, and what things you can do when there's less available to you. So choose one activity that gives you the full attention for 15-20 minutes. I actually did a yoga session this morning, but I did a lot more yin. And in yin yoga, you hold the poses for much longer, which is great if you want a really deep stretch. And I'd done a lot of walking at the weekend and my muscles were tired and sore. So I decided that the yin yoga was more gentle, did a lot more stretching. So even though I was doing exercise in a sense, it wasn't. I just spent more time on 5 key poses that I do when I feel like this. And so have a think about what your week looks like and how maybe some of the things that you might have wanted to have done today and you put them off to another day, add those. So if you've got a way of organising your week and look at what the basic things you have to do each day, then if you are flagging on any days, you can have that time out, go to bed earlier, get a deep rest. And there's lots of people who are reporting actually not sleeping very well at the moment and waking up during the night. And so that can of course impact your focus, awareness, and your well-being. So you can also ask, just have a mindful moment where you close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and ask, what does my body, mind, and soul need right now? And that's what I was saying I was doing this morning. I thought, and I had some work on and I thought I'll go swimming. I might make some more videos when I get back. And I tuned into my body and I thought, no, it's raining outside. It's incredibly cold. And I really just thought I can go and do that tomorrow. It's not imperative. But the organized, fixated part of my mind that wants to do certain things every day or certain days of the week can kick in. And sometimes we've got to deal with that inner talk that is activated when we are tuning into our intuition that says you really need to slow down today. So you can also start with that self-care affirmation and follow, like I said, with mindful breathing and some light stretching. So if you do yoga, some of the key poses that can really help is the child's pose, and that just helps you really rest and recharge. And if you hold that for at least a minute, you get to really stretch the upper part and the lower part of your spine. Do the cat-cow, that gently awakens the spine, allows the energy to start flowing. And then a reclined butterfly pose. And that's where you lean back and have a cushion under your shoulder blades with your knees outwards as though you were in sort of seated pose, but you're laid back and you relax your hips. So they're just some things to be aware of. So aligning with the idea of aligning with your purpose and using affirmations like I live with intention and align my actions with a purpose. Today is a non-action day, and so we do need days that are non-action days, or where we are much more gentle with ourselves and being mindful. So I decided to draw all three cards related to the sun. Is about aligning with purpose, helps you get clarity and focus more on that. So the purpose today was different, and the Empress is about the self-care. And then we have the Fool, which is also when we're ready, we've got more energy, we go towards the end of the 30-day program and the whole process starts again. So 30 days is a good sort of way of thinking about how you design each week in that month, and you start again at the beginning. And at the end of the 30-day program, you review what's gone well, what did you find easy, what can you do more of, and what else can you add for the next 30 days. So look out on my YouTube page to see the next series linked with the 30-day program. And I've got a beautiful set of new tarot cards, which are very different, by Colette Baron Reid, called The Good Tarot. And I was looking at those last night. So you can get a picture of the sun and of the Empress, and that links with bringing that sun energy into your system so that you can really revitalize, rest and recuperate and recharge. So hopefully that's been helpful. But remember, whenever you start any kind of fitness program, 30-day program on self-esteem, confidence, change, grow and transform, we do need to put rest days in. And that can still mean that we meet our target of 5 or 10 minutes of mindfulness a day, some yoga on those days. But on the days where we've got less energy, remember, you can do a different style of yoga. Mindfulness is quite chilled anyway, and you tone down on the other activities, or maybe even don't accept invitations to go out and do anything. Once you've tuned into your body, see how you get on. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next day.